Saint John, the girl, belongs to 14th century. 14th century. His story was a true documentation. True documentation. Saint John was a peasant girl. Peasant girl. Saint John was not a story of fabrication. This is the story of true documentation. Historically, the story over the centuries, over the decades, MA English literature, not only English literature generation, and also this story you use, ultimately it is useful for social documentation. Let us talk about Venatia. Venatia belongs to 1845 to 1950. This is the time. Venatia belongs to 1845 to 1950. Shaw is amazing human being. He developed significant contributions in British theatre. British theatre. The most important thing we would like to talk about Shaw is British theatre. Previously, it was known for simple entertainment. What is that? Simple entertainment. British theatre previously was known for simple entertainment. From simple entertainment to Shaw made contributions for intellectual talk. What is that? Intellectual talks. Generally people believe, most of the people believe literature is nothing but stories. Non-fiction or fiction? Fiction, not non-fiction. No. Literature is fiction, non-fiction, true dramas, essays, prose, poetry, and everything that is called English literature. But this story is a true documentation which was happened in 14th century and 18th century. One man was born, his name was Judge Bernard Shaw. He took the story, he studied. The story happened 400 years back. The girl was true, the story was true, the situations happened to the girl were true, and everything was true. This reality, this realistic story which shouldered by Judge Bernard Shaw and designed for literature, very, very interesting, amazing things he is going to talk about this girl. This girl was a peasant girl, a farmer. Peasant means a farmer, those who work for a labor work or a field work. Those are called peasant girl. The specific thing which I have mentioned about Shaw is, before 18th century, it was known for everybody. British theatre was standing for simple entertainment, and from that point, simple entertainment, Shah made it for intellectual talks. Any kind of social issues, Shah took it a challenge and created the platform not only for wit, not only for satire, but social issues, social talks, all kinds of social issues related to political, economical and everything be brought to the platform and make a discussion. That is the significant contribution of Shah. This man said the harder I work, the more I live. Repeat it.
The harder I work, the more I live.
Repeat it.
The harder I work, the more I live.
Repeat it.
The harder I work, the more I live.
The harder I work, the more I live. Are you doing hard work? Say that. Anything you do, whether your job or helping your parents or doing your things and maintaining your time punctuality is also one of the hard work. Come by 10:30 is hard work or it's okay, sir? What do you say? Huh? Punctuality is hard work. This man said, the harder I work, the more I live. If I do not do hard work, I die. Which otherwise meaning, if I become lazy, if I don't do any work, I am a stupid fellow. Those who don't do any kind of work, who sit, who don't move, and their brain will be dumbstruck, and they don't do any work, and they will die. The purpose is that I should be used. I am to be used. I should do work. Otherwise, I can't live. These kind of great statements given by George Bernard Shaw. Okay. Now, let's see what is exactly the story. The story is, St. John is about English rule. The story is English rule versus France. The story is English rule versus France. The girl was the native of France. And English rule, you know, they keep dominion all over the world. And the girl, by the age of 14 years, she kept telling, I am chosen by God, God speaking to me. I am given the gift of divine guidance. And I want to lead army of France. And we will defeat English rule in our nation. We want to have the fruits of our ruling. English must get out. This is the slogan given by St. John. The girl, could you imagine that? The girl was 14 years or 15 years old, a post-adolescent near to the age. This girl giving the slogan, English must get out. And we want to take our indigenous rule in our country, France. And she said, I am chosen by God. Jesus talking to me, Holy Spirit talking to me. I am given a lot of divine guidance. I want to take the lead of this one. France army. I want to lead France army and we will win. Initially, this was a political interference of the situation because everything initially it was the level of religious aspect, then slowly it was moved to political thing and politics were happening. And Charles VII made an inquiry who the girl was. And he got all the report. And this girl was never getting back. She was very terrific girl, very bold. Her faith was stanch of the faith. Stanch. If I say stanch, what is the meaning? S-T-A-U-N-C-H. What is this? Stanch. Bernard Shaw was stanch in his time, pioneer, great man. And this girl having strong faith that I will do records, I will bring all the people, I will lead France army and then let us blow the victory over English rule. And I want to lead. This kind of talking by the age of 17 years, how old are you? I think approximately more than 20. More than? The girl was 17 who was talking that I am given divine guidance. I want to lead France army. France army. We would like to defeat English rule. This kind of talking, standing for that courage of the girl, boldness of the girl. The girl is not weak. Girl is not weak. Mentally they are strong. But where you get weak, do you know? Your weakness is that when somebody soaks unnecessary appreciations, if you tend to hear and take it into consideration more, you fall down. That's why all girls should be marching towards the aim, knowledge and faith you have. Whatever it may be, the God, we are not talking about God here, but our faith is very strong. Our faith is very strong. This story is about faith versus politics. Faith versus the politics are English rule. Faith is individual divine. Faith is individual one. With the help of our individual faith, she defeated English rule in the France. Finally, she did it with the help of the faith. With the help of the faith. All political leaders, they were bewildered. They got shocked. Small girl by the age of 17 years defeating us. It was bold talk. She used to go different places and give speech and enticing people, burning people. See, energy is most important. Not like sluggishness. People are sluggish, sluggish means lazy fellows. They don't talk, they keep quiet. What is that pleasantness always? Unnecessary pleasantness will kill you. You don't know that. Energy it should be. You have to talk, you have to think, you have to have the different ideas. Am I right? Huh?
I thought this story at
You know this story?
I thought.
You taught. Good. So, this kind of energy which Saint Joan was holding and giving motivation to the people. Finally, she became leader, leading the army. Do you lead the army? By the age of 20, 22 years, do you do it? Can you do it? Do you shoulder the responsibility leading army? We talk about army. You think of your family even. In the family, mother, father, or siblings. Do you give guidance to your brother, small brother, or your sister?
Yes, sir.
That's great. That's great. But now, here I am talking about the girl who was running only the age of 17 years, leading the France army. France had a great, terrific girl. She said, I am given guidance by God. God is with me. We want to see the success. God is with me. God talking to me daily. Spirit talking to me. When this became a big issue in the nation, immediately English made a plan. Britishers made a plan that shall we see this girl into the trap of heresy?
That's
Huh?
it.
Heresy? Heresy. Shall we see this girl into the trap of heresy and witchcraft? Heresy is nothing but a wrong dogma, black magic, or something that if you say that I saw Jesus, I saw Rama, and my God telling me we want to do, people immediately tell, oh, stupid fellow, talking like that. You are also human being, and we are all human beings. You say that you saw Jesus, you saw Rama, you saw God. Who are you? All nonsense you are talking. So English made a trap. English, their scheme was to trap this girl into heresy. They did it. They did it slowly. Even though her boldness was not gone, her courage was not gone, even though she was continuing the leading of the France army. Finally, she was under the trap of this heresy. Born alive. They born like a born as a wizard. Born like a The story was happened 14th century. And then this same book came in 19th century. Judge Bernard Shaw highlighted this story like anything. Judge Bernard Shaw highlighted this story. And he mentioned all the social issues during the time. St. John is not the story only for blackboard, only for external exam. It is the story personally. You have to shoulder and take it, courage and energy to discipline yourself. In the days to come, you have to be bold like Joan. And Joan was a small, ordinary, peasant girl. The girl talking about the strong faith, talking about the courage, and her all her activities were towards the aim, not aimless. She is not the girl of aimless. Boys are aimless, girls are aimless. There are so many people like that. What you are doing, you don't know. That's why our aim should be very clear, what we are doing. Our aim should be very clear. No ambiguity. Our aim, our target, our education, our talking, it should be mindful, not brainless. And Joan got the success just before the age of 20 years. She was born alive. She was born. But after, I think 300 years, 400 years, 500 years, yeah, 19th century, she was awarded sainthood. And now we are appreciating 2026 is the year. I am teaching this wonderful true documentation to you. That's why it is called true document, not fabricated story. It is a true one. This is the story. Thank you.